What's crackling, everybody? Welcome back once again to the definitive cereal tier list, where each episode we take a cereal, put it on the tier list, so you know how good it is. I'm your host, Tucker. In this episode, we're doing Special K Brown Sugar Cinnamon. This is the newest Special K, and up to this point, I think we've done them all, because we've done like 18 or so, maybe. We have a dozen Special Ks in the D, and then I think another 5 or 6 that have gotten a C. So it's a very prolific cereal. Shows up a lot. And now we got this new one, and hopefully it's pretty good. Brown sugar cinnamon. It's a good flavor. That gives me some hope, and it's nothing too weird or complicated. So I feel like it'll be hard to mess that up. So I'm hopeful this will be one of the better Special Ks, and it'll just be a solid base piece with some good flavor. But I guess the majority of them are Ds, so you never know how this could go. But let's just get into it. Smells pretty good. It does remind me of there's a protein Special K. That was a similar flavor. I can't remember the full name of it right now, but it was the best protein one. It was something like this. Okay, so yeah, we pretty much just got normal Special K type piece here, so nothing too visually out of the ordinary. Okay. There we go. All right. That's not bad. You're getting a pretty solid level of that like Special K crunch that you expect from a flake like this. That's pretty good. I think the scent of the brown sugar cinnamon I was a little more into than the actual taste of it, at least off that first bite. It's there for sure, and I like it enough. It just, I don't know, didn't land on that bite. As I'm working through this bowl, not a ton's really changing. Obviously, dry pieces are crunchier and there's a tiny bit more of the brown sugar cinnamon flavor, but stayed fairly consistent, so that's a good sign. I like that. I'm still overall enjoying it, and I don't know if it's quite like a standout Special K, but it's at least a really solid one. All right, looks like the milk has gotten plenty of brown sugar and cinnamon, so let's give it a taste. Okay, not bad. I think it's definitely more cinnamon than brown sugar. Yeah, not bad. I think that's really the only difference between the milk and the pieces. It feels a bit more like it leads towards cinnamon. And I still think the flavor's alright, so no real complaints. This didn't really shake up the list at all, but it was pretty good. So I double checked, and the protein one I was thinking of was Special K protein, cinnamon, and brown sugar crunch. So it really is very similar. So I think that's why, even though my brain didn't remember, my nose did. I'm kind of looking at the comparison between these. These are a bit crunchier just because that's how the Special K flake works. So I don't think this is too different from that one. Overall, obviously, much more protein in that one. I feel like that one had a bit more of a buttery taste, maybe, to it. So this is much more straightforward, crunchy flake, brown sugar, and cinnamon. So I appreciate that. It just seems kind of weird that that one was called crunch and not this one. So what I'm going to do is give a Special K brown sugar cinnamon a C. Same rank as the protein version, because again, I think they are fairly comparable as cereals. Not necessarily the the protein levels, of course, but I think as cereals themselves, I think it's fairly in line. And I think this is one of the times where Special K just took a somewhat simple idea and just did it. They didn't try to make it weird or complicated or anything. Just pretty straightforward, and I think overall it worked. Some of the early bites were a bit crunchier and had a tiny bit more flavor to them, but that does kind of happen with cereal. And this didn't get any more or less sagified than a lot of the other Special Ks, so it feels like a pretty decent choice to have it in the upper third of the Special Ks at this point. So this is a pretty decent new version. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and in the comments below, post your general thoughts. Let me know if you've had Special K brown sugar cinnamon and what you thought of it. If you've had this version and the protein version, like I have, and you have a very strong opinion about which one you like better or which one you think is worse or anything like that, feel free to let me know. If at the beginning when I mentioned that protein one, you were just kind of like, no, it's this, and you knew it was exactly the same and were just waiting for me to realize it, I'm sorry, but props to you for that. And at this point, we've done nearly 20 Special Ks, so if you happen to think of some other new flavor that they haven't done yet, but they should, you could let me know about that too. But until next time, stay delicious.